the first day of creation, God made unformed matter and the light of the angels. Then came the earth and seas, the sun and stars, the birds and trees. On the 6th day of that week, he made Adam to hold stewardship over the earth, while the beautiful angel Lucifer was granted rule over heaven. But Lucifer grew jealous of God and was cast down from heaven with the angels who followed him. In revenge, he tempted Eve to sin by eating the forbidden fruit, so that she and Adam were exiled from Eden. The sons of Adam multiplied upon the earth until they grew wicked with greed and envy. God sent a flood to destroy humanity and drown everyone except Noah and his family on the ark. After they safely reached land, they and their descendants repopulated the earth. Noah had tried to save his granddaughter before the great flood by sending her to Ireland. Sisera, daughter of Brith, son of Noah, led 3 ships west to Ireland after her grandfather had warned her of the coming flood and cautioned that perhaps it would not reach such a distant land. The flood overtook Sisera in the most distant part of Ireland, so that she was the last to die in the mighty deluge that swept the earth. Ireland was uninhabited for 300 years after the flood, until Partholon came from the east with his followers to settle the land. 10 years after he reached Ireland, he fought and won the first battle ever waged on the island against the evil Fomorians, hideous creatures then, each with a single arm and leg. Partholon and his followers reshaped the landscape of Ireland, building lakes and clearing plains for farming and grazing. But a plague struck Ireland and killed every human in the land within 7 days, except for Tuán, the grandson of Partholon's brother. Tuán was nearly driven mad from loneliness and fear. For 30 years he lived a solitary life in cliffs and caves to protect himself from wolves. He grew into an old man, shriveled, naked, and miserable. One night, at last, as he lay down to die, he saw himself transformed into a mighty young stag. In this form he roamed the hills of Ireland, leader of a great herd, until he saw the coming of a new people to Ireland. Nemed, son of Agnaman, sailed from the Greek islands for Ireland with over 30 ships, but only the vessel with his own kin survived the voyage. He and his 4 sons settled across the valley, and many children were born to their wives over the years. They cleared plains throughout the land until they were attacked by Fomorians who came by sea. Nemed and his army fought many battles against the monstrous race, but in the end, Nemed died and the Fomorians prevailed. They imposed a harsh tribute on the descendants of Nemed, demanding 2/3 of their children along with their grain and milk every harvest. The children of Nemed at last rose up against the Fomorians and attacked them by land and sea. Few of either race were left alive by the end of the war. Most of those of Nemed's tribe who survived succumbed in time to a deadly plague, though few fled Ireland for distant lands. Only Tuán remained on the island, living as a stag until he grew old and returned to his favorite cave. There he passed into the shape of a wild boar and became the leader of a herd of pigs that traveled all over the provinces of Ireland. Only Tuán remained apart from the misery of the Irish as he wandered the land as a boar. After many years he returned to his cave and transformed into a hawk, soaring over the land and learning all things. When he grew old and could fly no longer, he fasted 9 days and became a swift salmon. One day he was caught in a net by the wife of a king named Caril. She cooked and ate him, after which he grew in her womb until he was born as a baby boy and called Tuán, the son of Caril, who became a great druid prophet. After that, Patrick came to the island and preached the word of God, converting many to the new way, including Tuán, who became a monk and lived alone in his hermitage for many years, telling anyone who would ask the ancient story of Ireland.